And welcome you to final MSL game here at Perth Modern tonight with Stirling Braza Ginga taking on Northern Hawks FC. Now for Stirling Braza Ginga we have Sean Wilson, Josh Ban, Wesley Vanagas, Thomas McConaughey, Jaden Uwe, Bailey Pilton, Oslan Escobar, Hazrat I'm gonna absolutely.
Akalik, I think.
That's what I
thought.
That's what I think.
So Greg.
Greg. Hazrat Aklaki, Cody Baker, and John Page. And for the Northern Hawks, Ches Houston, Daniel Fumado, Nishan Alagoda, Chris Rocky, Betim Ziba, Gabe Reynolds, Yanis Hamadi, Halil Russo, and Rikwan Azri Ropley. And Braza Ginga now with the movement. Here's Vanagas finding his teammate. But now Hawks on the counter. Aklaki finding Ban. Flicks through for Aklaki once again, and now Ban on the overlap. Great ball to Vanagas in the middle, but clearance. But the clearance there by Russo was a good one. Aklaki, Vanagas. Wilson, back to Vanagas. To Ban. Ban trying to find Vanagas on the through, but Fumado's there. Houston, Hamadi. Hamadi, fake shot inside, beats Aklaki. Here's Ziba. Flicks through, Hamadi. McConaughey drops. And Braza ball. Goes to Vanagas. Vanagas into Aklaki. Aklaki moves over and Russo fouls. Ban goes across to Vanagas. Great ball through to Ban, who's now one-on-one with Ziba. Has the shot, goes near post, but goes to near post. Fumado, long for Russo. Great ball. Russo, great throw by Fumado there to Russo, who made an even better run, but just unable to get over it enough. And it goes over for a Braza goal kick with Vanagas now. Ban, Aklaki, back to Ban, switches to Wilson. Wilson now down the line for Vanagas. Vanagas back heel, saved by Fumado with Vanagas's back heel through the middle for Wilson. Going into that bottom corner, but Fumado equal to it once again. Goes all the way back to Ban. Ban who goes to McConaughey. And the misplaced pass by McConaughey puts Northern Hawks in a good spot here now. Left it. Houston only as far as Vanagas. Now it's a 3-on-1. Vanagas, the chip ball, not a good one. Houston. Hamadi. Switching for Russo. Russo to Houston. Flick through, but Vanagas able to watch. Vanagas to Ban. To Wilson. Aklaki. Ban into Wilson once again. Wilson to Vanagas. Vanagas down to Aklaki. Vanagas out of play. Braza ball. Wilson. Vanagas for Ban. Ban down the line. Fumada does well. Ziba comes off as Rocky checks on. Houston. Rocky. Now Hamadi with space to drive. Back post, Russo. Clarkey off as Pilton checks on. Pilton, overthrown. Houston. Russo. And a touch by Pilton. Russo. Hamadi. Houston. Vanegas picks up now. Braza. And Ban missing out there. Houston to Russo. Russo still moving.
Come now.
As Russo does well. But Reynolds now checking on for Northern Hawks. Pilton. Misplaced pass. Houston. Rocky. Houston. Reynolds. Rocky now. Houston. For Reynolds. Hamadi. Hamadi still. Houston flicking back for Hamadi, who's fouled by Wilson, which I do agree with here, as Hamadi had shielding of the ball. Wilson going through him there in the end. Reynolds. Alagoda. Houston playing over to Reynolds. Back to Houston. Alagoda making the run, but Rocky there. Rocky still going. McConaughey saves well. Oh, and Pilton, it's beautiful. Has the sweaty option, but Ban doesn't make the run inwards. He just stays wide. Not much support there for Pilton, who left it through the legs of himself and Reynolds, while leaving Reynolds in his dust as he goes through on goal, but Ban, the support just not there in the end. Now Fumato going wide for Houston. Houston down the line for Rocky. Backs in to Wilson. Houston switches in for Alagoda. Reynolds. Rocky. Alagoda. Pilton. Off of Pilton.
Pass that ball softer so Rocky can shoot.
And Alagoda does well. Shifting through now. Alagoda. Off of Alagoda for a Braza Ginga ball. Uwe checks on as Barn comes off. Houston checks out now as Ropley checks in. Down line for Rocky. Rocky's touch not with him there. Wilson. Vanegas. For Wilson. Rocky. Foul given. As Ui would have been through on goal there, but Rocky stopping that opportunity there. Wilson. Ui in the corner. Goes for Vanagas, who tries the flick. Beats Famato, but not the post. Very well moved by Stirling Braza Ginga. Now Ui for Vanagas. Vanagas going through 3. Losing out to Reynolds now as Alagoda loses to Pilton. Hilton still going. Foul against Rocky.
Boys, we're on 3 fouls. We need to settle. Ricky, cover the middle first.
Vanagas.
Go, Rick.
Flick down. Now Reynolds now able to drive. As Vanagas tracking does well.
Gabe, next. Gabe.
As Baker checks in for Hilton. Alagoda, Reynolds trying to flick through. Now McConaughey chooses to go short while he has 3 teammates up the pitch who are not under pressure. Russo now. Wilson. Wilson doing well. That's their 4th foul. That's their 4th foul. 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. If Braza find a way to get another one, they're looking at a few free 10-meter penalties. Russo.
Gabe! Stop refereeing!
Reynolds checking out for Zeba, who comes back into this game. Rolling foul, not called. Alagoda flicks it.
Is that a shot?
Read their setup better. You could play Ricky there.
And the foul has been picked up there. 2 fouls for Stirling Braza Ginga. And now Baker still moving through. This is going to be a very feisty game. I'm expecting a red card here for either team. And
Ricky next.
ban. Braza will just want to take any foul they can get, go down under the touch. Ban. Flicking through for Baker, fighting with Alagoda. Alagoda does well. Now Russo. Taking on a Clarkey. Going out of play there. Now Escobar checks on as Baker comes off. Uwe left with a bit of space at the top now. Escobar goes for Ban. Ban flicks long. Uwe's flick on. Escobar might have been a bit more open there. Yeah, Famato long for Zeba. Zeba's flick saved by McConaughey. Clarkey drifting inside. Maybe wait for the foul to come.
That 1% is 1%.
Zeba, Hamadi, Clarkey, Escobar, Ban, Escobar, Clarkey, Ban, Escobar, Clarkey, Uwe, Ban. Escobar's not there. Goes for Zeba. Touches it down for Russo. Saved by McConaughey. Good save there, as Zeba does really well just to chest it down for Russo. Big save to keep this 0-0. Great game we've got here on our hands. Hamadi, fake shot inside. Trying to find Zeba at the back now. Clarkey blocked. Zeba goes for Alagoda. And at the back post was Hamadi. Hamadi who beat McConaughey. But Ban stopping that back post. Now Russo strikes very, very far off target.
By the way, you are on the mic. You don't need a screen.
Goes long. Uwe. Weird touch. Still open in the middle. Clarkey. Escobar. Alagoda now driving. No foul. As Alagoda still has it. GK Midi with the 3-2 prediction for Braza. Obviously, Midi out at the moment. Great keeper himself. Also running the GK Midi channel if you want to check that one out as well. As Vanegas now. Famato off his line well. Alagoda for Hamadi. Now Alagoda. Hamadi. Ban does well. Vanegas, Ban. Clarkey. Vanegas. Clarkey for Ban. Vanegas. Down the line for Clarkey. Push, two hands in the back there, but ref says no.
Nish, give us height. Nish, give us height. And now check, now check.
Houston. Hamadi. Does well. Can't find the finish off the post. Saved by McConaughey.
Let's go, Yanis.
Wow, Hamadi does brilliantly there. That is so cheeky.
Middle, middle, middle. Close middle, close middle.
Vanegas back to Ban. Chip ball, Houston wins. Not out of play for Famato. Famato, as we know, is very good with his feet. Escobar for Ban. Goes for Vanegas.
Chairs till we out. There you go.
Ban. Strikes, saved by Famato. Houston, Alagoda. Reynolds checks back on. Houston. Reynolds. Vanagas wins. Strikes saved by Famato.
This guy puts up some good saves.
Flicked at the back for Ban. Ban needs to rethink that shot choice. Reynolds. Alagoda for Rocky. As the pass from Reynolds, not to a teammate. Back for Pilton. Ban. Wilson down the line for Pilton once again, but not able to get there.
Shane. Just a little 10%, Nish. Let's push it now.
Houston. Wilson. Vanagas. Switches for Pilton. Ban. Ban's pass off target. Alagoda to Houston. Reynolds back to Alagoda. Goes back to Houston. Rocky. Pilton picks up. No, he doesn't. Goes to Houston. Reynolds now. Pilton does well. Now 2-on-1 here for Braza. Goes Wilson on the side. Back across and Pilton! Pilton picked up well through the middle. Found Wilson down the right-hand flank and back into the middle for Pilton once again. Braza now lead 1-0. Has the ball through the middle. Went past two Northern Hawks players before it found Pilton, who, with an unorthodox finish, finds the back of the net there very well. Alagoda now. Reynolds. Houston. Alagoda. And Ban flicks through for Pilton now. With now Wilson running down the other side. Wasn't able to find him. And in the other MSL game at Lakelands, South Perth Alliance have beaten Phoenix Futsal 5-3. That is back-to-back losses for Phoenix after losing last week to Akram Eagles. And then at Balladura, MSL Cobras versus Longobarda. Cobras come out 2-0 winners there. As Longo, after beating AFC last week and finding their first win of the season, go down to West Coast Cobras, who are having a stunning season as it is. Ban. And Condors also picking up their first win of the season, beating AFC 8-4. As in this game, Braza went down at 2-1, losers to South Perth Alliance last week. And Northern Hawks didn't have their game last week. Pilton now strikes, blocked by Aeropley, as the game last week was Northern Hawks Furia, which was postponed. Vanagas drifts inside, still going. Now Ban, pressed by Houston. Ban wins the ball, and Reynolds now. Wilson, Ban, Switches. Vanegas drifts inside, has the shot just off target. Good move by Wilson to block Ropley coming back across. And Russo back on the field once again. Vanegas. Long ball. Houston wins well. Now Russo has time. Goes for Alagoda. Misplaced pass. 15 seconds left. And Reynolds now missing everything. And Russo chips. And it's in! Russo, as the ball doesn't hit anything at the roof, it does become in play still, and McConaughey caught a bit too high as gets chipped. And Northern Hawks find their reply. Vanegas has the shot off target. 2 seconds left. Going long. Into the box. Vanegas off his head. And that is half time. We'll be back just after the break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
So now, Alagoda has the strike. Vanagas still going. Vanagas. Baker in the corner. Hamadi. Vanagas. Shot off target there. And no rolling foul called for the earlier challenge on Russo. Russo flicks down the line. Vanagas and Hamadi battling as Hamadi flicks it off of Vanagas. Russo strike saved by McConaughey, who can go long for, but Wilson goes long for Baker, who's there and against Alagoda and turns him well. And a goal! Cody Baker went one-on-one with Nishan Alagoda. Alagoda went right and Baker went left, and he left him in his DOS and finished well. And Dan Famato beaten twice now in this game as Braza take their deserved lead back. Hamadi to Russo. Now Houston. Pressed by Akhlaki. Russo, now Alagoda. Now back to Houston. And Ahaki, space to drive. Goes back for Wilson in the corner. And Vanagas, not in the corner. Inside ball. Hamadi. Alagoda. Russo in the corner for Hamadi. Misplaced pass. Hamadi done well. Hamadi now one-on-one with Wilson. Goes through the legs of Vanagas. No foul called. And that baffles even me. I had a great view of that, and Hamadi was fouled. Definitely. Put it through the legs of Vanagas, who came up two-footed and flipped Hamadi on his back. But refs say no. Alagoda. Houston trying to go back for Alagoda, but now here's Baker. Baker going back to Vanagas. Vanagas. Akhlaki. Wilson. Long for Vanagas, and wow! Great ball from Wilson, who goes through Vanagas, and Vanagas just unable to beat Famato in the end there, who makes a good save. Famato keeping Hawks in this definitely, as there's 2 or 3 times they could have gone down. Vanagas chips for Akhlaki. Oh, wow! Through the legs of Hamadi. The trickster's been tricked. Akhlaki step-overs. Loses out to Alagoda. Alagoda now has the strike off target. Akhlaki coming off now as Ui checks back in. Now long ball. Houston. All Ui had to do was take a good touch, but just past him there. Wilson. Back to Uy. Ban. Back to Uy once again. Switches over to Ban. Famato. Hamadi and now Russo. Now Rocky. Rocky down the line for Hamadi. Hamadi doing well. And the ball went out as McConaughey comes out, tries to make the block. Hamadi now. Nice toe poke through for Houston, but saved by McConaughey. Hamadi with the Thierry Henry technique there. Fake shot. Passes it into corner for Houston, and two arriving were Rocky and Russo. Hamadi. And misplaced pass. 12 minutes left. Long ball. Ball off the line there, maybe. And Ban clears well. Misplaced pass there. Vanegas, now Ban flicks long. Goes back for Famato. And Famato trying to take on Wilson. Good throw there. Now Wilson finds Ban. Ban trying to go back post, goes as far as Famato. Famato now for Reynolds. Reynolds is touch away from him. And Reynolds, great bit of skill there to keep it away from him. Ban. Going long. Only going to go as far as Famato. Famato now. For Zeba. And I do disagree with the referee's call there. Wilson had his hand right around Zeba's shoulder. No call there, so he pushes him off. I think it's fair. Pilton, good run. Still got it, Pilton. Lays it off for Vanegas. Tries to go through, but Rocky there to block. Wilson. Vanegas. Famato. Reynolds. Houston. Rocky. Oh, wow. Oh, just wide from Houston as Rocky Nutmegs it through. McConaughey goes long.
It's my first time doing it. By the way,
Ban.
I'm meant to be on.
Escobar.
I still got all the stats.
And the foul against Rocky. Vanegas pushed by Rocky. And Betim Zeba getting booked now on the bench. Getting benched now. Miguel would have been sent off for that push. Oh, gosh. I think 99% of people would have been sent off for that push. But Zeba did get his yellow card in the end there. Reynolds, Ropley, Reynolds, Rocky, back to Reynolds! And what a goal by Northern Hawks! Braza have been picked apart by that set piece. Ropley leaves it. Reynolds takes, back to Ropley. Ropley through the middle to Reynolds. Then Rocky, and Rocky back through for Reynolds. And Braza have been picked apart for the set piece. And that is 2-2. 9 minutes left on the clock here. GK Midi is the closest he's been to a prediction in a very, very long time here. Sorry, Midi, but I've seen your predictions. Ban. Strikes. Back to Ban. In the corner there. Ban. Pilton. Vanegas. Now Ban. Has the shot. No corner, goal kick. Ropley for Alagoda now. Challenged by Vanegas, and now it's Escobar versus Ropley. Escobar goes inside, and for Motto, wow, what a save. Hamadi now trying to go through. Now Hamadi. Hamadi taking it down the wide, no foul. Goes short for Ban. Ban long. Houston now. Trying to find Russo, doesn't. Vanegas. And it's an own goal! Off of Houston. And still closer than Spurs are to the trophy. Definitely, indeed, Lynch. Definitely. But this could be it. A midi prediction come true. Braza are winning 3-2 now, thanks to a Ches Houston own goal. Alagoda, Houston. Oh, wow, what a flick. Now Russo, saved by McConaughey. Pilton. And it's a side ball for the Northern Hawks. Sideshow Bob goes down way too easy. Hamadi has been doing very well here, and he's down once again. No foul been called. Houston, Hamadi, strike off target. Midi lets go. Goes long. Famato does well. Flicks through. Russo now. And Pilton just left Russo. And there's the foul as Baker takes out Hamadi. So Russo was bearing down the left-hand side, but no one pressing him. Pilton just left him, but shot straight at McConaughey, allowing them to reset and get this foul now. Hamadi. Akhlaki, now Pilton. Pilton strike blocked by Russo. Houston doing well. Midi just realizing the message he's received about his predictions. Vanagas. Clarkey back to Vanagas. Russo. Down the line. Alagoda does well. Famato. Goes long. Russo. Unlucky not to control it. Hamadi now. 2-on-1. Hamadi! After Braza taunted him, he has come back and revitalized Northern Hawks. That's deserved. Hamadi shows Braza they're nothing with his bench celebrations. Hamadi sits down one, sat down two, and found the finish. And Braza now eating from their own words. Akhlaki, Wilson, Hamadi, handball against Hamadi. Wilson goes back to Vanagas. Now Wilson, Vanagas. Shoulder to shoulder, ref save. Vanagas still going. Now Alagoda. Hamadi again! It is Hamadi to kill Braza. Got his first and now his second. Wow. Wow. And GK and Midi, I apologize, but you are incredibly wrong now. Vanagas. And Hamadi has lit this game on its head. Hamadi has been brilliant these last few minutes. Houston now fighting with Pilton. Rocky. Hamadi. Back to Alagoda, who misplaces his pass. Now Ban flicking past Hamadi into the back post, and wow, missed by Wilson. And timeout called by Northern Hawks. 4-3 to Hawks as Hamadi has just become untouchable at the moment. We'll be back after this timeout. Russo, Houston. Flicks for Alagoda. Alagoda still keeps it. Off of Wilson, but play on. Ban. Vanagas. Rocky does well. Ban. Over to Clarkey. Here's Vanagas. Misplaced pass. Nishan Alagota. Yep. Very appreciated. We love all our players here, and Nishan especially. He's a very good player. And Russo now trying to drive down. Ball goes out of play. Nishan chants going on in the chat here. Here's Ban. Clarkey. Ban. Wilson. Switches it to Vanagas. Clarkey. Oh, on the pass. Vanagas does well, and Rocky fouls. Second foul for Northern Hawks this half. That's their second foul as both teams 4-3 to Northern Hawks. So 4-3 to Hawks. 4.5 minutes left. Fumato. Russo. Saved by McConaughey. Does well. Gives it straight to Akalaki. Ban. Wilson. Akalaki. Alagoda now. Rocky. Oh, wow. Wilson. Back post for Akalaki. Sits down Alagoda. And Vanagas. But Fumato. Big save from Dan Fumato there to stop this. Becoming a 4-4. Alagoda got sat down after the chance in the chat here. And Fumato. Wrong-footed, but past the post. Vanagas, will he get another strike away? He will. Blocked by Houston. 3:45 left on the clock. Ban. Over to Wilson. To Vanagas. Clarkey. Ban. Vanagas. Ban once again. Tries to flick down. Wilson. Blocked. Houston now. Goes all the way across to Alagoda. Back to Houston. Alagoda. Flicks long for Rocky. Rocky! Good save by McConaughey there. A 5-4 Braza win in the last 10 seconds. And you were just about wrong there, Midi, once again. As Houston rattles the top left. McConaughey goes short for Wilson. Back to Vanagas. Wilson. Ban. Back to Wilson, but left. Rocky has the shot, goes wide. As Braza look all over the place at the moment here, scrambling. And Ban now for Wilson. As Houston keeps. No, Houston one-on-one. Wide of the post. And it will be a timeout for Stirling Braza Ginga. 4-4. Everything is just not going Braza's way at the moment. I thought it was 4-3. And it is. It is 4-3. So I just got taken away there by the scoreboard, but it is 4-3 to Northern Hawks. Midi couldn't predict the weather if it was raining. I couldn't think his predictions never hit, just like my $1 million multi. When you're ready. And Ben O'Brien saying, just like your full court shots against Fifth, yeah, I scored against you. Keep quiet. Never know, might snow. Very true, Midi. And fifth man from Braza as the goalkeeper switch. And a misplaced pass there by the substitute keeper for Braza, number 19, John Page. Goes over. Hamadi against Vanagas. Back to Houston. Russo. Flick missed. Wilson. Picked up by Alagoda. Alagoda spins over Vanagas. 2:20 left. Alagoda, Russo, and Russo's touch taken away. Page, back to Clarkey, over to, back to Clarkey, Page, Clarkey, Wesley Snipes, Rob, yes, Rob is short for Robert, which is my name, Page, Ban, over to Wilson, back to Ban, Wilson again, Clarkey, Wilson, time ticking down now for Braza. Wilson, down for Clarkey. Back to Clarkey, sets for Wilson, Wilson to Page. No foul called, and Hamadi scores! That is Hamadi's hat trick. After Braza bullied Hamadi, Hamadi scores 3. Karma? I think so. And Page went off at the ref there. Not sure if he did get booked in the end there. Wilson. Now to Clarkey, back to Wilson. Wilson to Ban, Ban into Page. Page back to Ban. I do agree with you there, Greggles. I did think it was a foul, but the refs did say no. But everyone here, I think, agreed it would have been a foul. And Famada goes for it. And it would have been better if he didn't. .47 seconds left. Wilson flicks down for Ban. Goes out of play now. VAR. I don't think that's in our budget here at Futsal Supa-Liga. We'd love it. But, and Hamadi fake shot beats Baker. Good challenge by Baker, and I do agree. Russo and Vanegas out of play. $18 seconds left for Houston. And Alagona now with space. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will be game here as Northern Hawks run out 5-3 winners, with Giannis Hamadi getting a hat trick here. And thank you for joining us for the last MSL game of the night. Maybe they should have used a court player in 5th instead of a keeper. Maybe. Ben, you should be a coach. He is a coach of the West Coast Cobras under 20s, and he lost to today as well. And under 15s as well. But thank you very much for tuning in to the final game of the night, and we will see you next week.